Welcome back to another tutorial video. Today, I'm going to show you how to repair a single lever Moen kitchen faucet. Now this repair is going to be for what I would call a modern style Moen single lever faucet, at least as of 2026. Over the course of the last 10 years, Moen has been using a newer style cartridge in their single lever faucets. This is going to be for that newer style product. I do have a video that shows how to do the older style as well, but today we're looking exclusively at the modern style. Now, everything that you're going to need for this job can be found within the video description, but basically what we're going to be using is a Moen 1255 cartridge kit. Now, the cool thing about this kit is it actually includes your Allen key, so you're not going to have to get a set of Allen keys if you don't already have one. And it includes a couple of different parts that are really ideal to swap as well, such as a new housing retaining nut, and there is, we'll see it in a little bit, but there is actually a new set screw for your handle. I'm also going to be using some silicone grease. I like to use that on the set screw on the handle, just makes it easier to pull back out down the road if ever needed. That is optional, you can get away without it, but it's good practice to do so. I'll have a small pair of pliers. You can use mid-size if that's all you got in the home. I just find small to be ideal for this job. And just to keep things clean, I'll have a few paper towels. So to start with, we're going to go ahead and shut water off to the hot and cold isolation valves that are underneath the sink. All right, we've got those valves shut off. So now what we're going to do is open up the hot and cold, basically put the lever in the center position and make sure that water does drain down and come to a stop. So this is cold all the way, hot all the way. We'll go right here about center and open it up. And as you see, we have basically non-existent flow. There might be a couple little drips here because this is a goose head style, so it's going to get kind of trapped up top, up here within the faucet and work its way out, but we have shut the flow off. With that done, I'm going to go ahead and put down a couple little paper towels, just kind of protect the area from getting too wet if there is some water that shoots out from here when we do go remove the cartridge. Again, there won't be much, we've got the pressure died down, but there could still be a little bit of water that's up within the faucet itself that tries to come out. So if you want to put down some paper towels, standard towels, even a little bowl that might fit underneath, it's not bad practice to do so. I'm also going to lay out another towel just to put all of my parts and tools on. That way we protect the counter and we can easily identify every part from the kit. We're going to go ahead and open the kit up and remove the contents. We have our new retaining nut. I'll show you how that works in a moment. I'm not going to worry about the instructions. I've done this many times. We've got our new Allen key and Allen screw. And lastly, our new cartridge. So we'll set that to the side. And we're going to go ahead and take our Allen key out of the bag. And what you're going to find is at about this location is typically where you'll have your hole for the Allen key to insert into. So now we've got the handle pulled out completely. Because we have a new Allen screw, I'm going to go ahead and remove this one entirely. So we've got the old one right here. And we'll just set that to the side so we don't lose it. We'll throw that away in a little bit, but we don't want to lose it on the ground. Now we have a centerpiece here, which in this case is already a little bit loose. Should just pop right off though. And then we have the existing retaining nut. So we are going to take our pliers and carefully rotate it counterclockwise. That will allow it to unthread and pull out. When we do so, this is where you may get a little water come out. So we'll go ahead and remove the retaining nut completely. And now the cartridge will pull straight out. And as you see there, we got some water. It's minimal, but it is present in this case. Now, if you take a look inside, you'll notice that it is going to be directional how this new cartridge goes in, but you can't exactly mess it up either. We have these little ridges that are along the outside perimeter. Let's see if I can show this to you. We got one here, and another here, and they are going to line up with our little indentations. We got one more right over here. So this cartridge can really only slide in one way. So we're just going to line those ridges up. We've got the two that are close together here. We've got the two that are close together here, and slide it in place into position. Just go in until it comes to a stop. We will now take our new retaining nut And make sure you catch the threads properly. Just go nice and slow at first. Sometimes it helps to go counterclockwise for a minute to catch the threads. You'll feel it grab. Then you can rotate clockwise. If it runs in nice and easy, finger tight, then you know you've got it correct. I'm then going to take the pliers and I'm going to go just until I feel like it's snug. We're not trying to over tighten this thing. We just want to hold it in place. From there, we'll take our little bracket, it's a little trim piece, and just kind of fit this wherever we can get it to go. It's got a few different locations in which it can grab. It doesn't really matter which one we do. There we go, just want to pop on nicely. It just pushes into place. It's just for aesthetics. I'm going to go ahead and remove our new Allen screw from the bag. Now, I like to go ahead and set it onto the Allen key before I put the silicone grease on it. Just gives me a nice way to hold it. Get a little silicone grease on the finger and just lube it up and wipe the excess onto the towel. And then place the handle on. There is a flat spot on the stem, flat spot on the face. That is where we're going to line up with this portion of the handle right here. So just like that. And then you see we have full hot to cold rotation. Now again, the hole is right underneath here. So that's where we're going to begin putting the Allen screw. And we're going to rotate clockwise. We should eventually reach a point where it feels like it comes to a nice stop. It might take just a moment. There we go. I like to then go and put it in the other direction if there's enough length to grab it. That will help you to get it locked in just a little bit more. In this case, don't really have much length on this to grab it any further. If you have a nice set of Allen screws, or Allen keys rather, then you might be able to torque it down just a bit more. I usually do. This is the faucet at my house, so I'm just showing you how this works with the parts it comes with. But it is designed accordingly, and we're nice and solid there. So now we're going to turn the water back on, and we'll go ahead and run the water, make sure it's operating properly. Consistent flow on both sides. We got hot where we should, cold where we should. Not all models are going to have hot on the top and cold on the bottom. Some are actually intended to be the other way around. So if you have hot on the bottom portion and cold on the top, doesn't necessarily mean it's incorrect. You really want it consistent with whatever you had to begin with. It's not going to harm anything, even if it technically is backwards, so long as you're aware of which side is which and that you've got actual hot water going to your dishwasher. Sometimes it's a manufacturer thing where hot's going to be on the bottom versus the top. Sometimes it's a supply line issue down below. But you want to make sure it's consistent with what you had. And we have no drips. You might get the occasional normal one after you use the faucet for a moment with a gooseneck's normal, but you see here we don't even have that. And even if you do have that, then you just wait a moment, make sure it does come to full stop, and you're good. So I hope this has been helpful. Again, everything you need for this job can be found within the video description. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.